And exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then inhale to prepare. And then pump. Inhale, let it go. Exhale. Inhale to prepare. Last 50 here. Inhale, let it go. And exhale, soften all the way down. And just before we move, just reflect on how you feel. I always feel like a little snow globe has just been shaken and everything's moving around, and I feel really centered and really nice and switched on through the core. And when you're ready, you're going to roll onto your back, grabbing hold of your block and just popping the block to one side. So we have it near to us, but we're not quite there yet. We're going to take fallen tree in a couple of ways. Both legs come long, back is on the floor. Left leg stays straight, right leg bends. And then take that right inside sole of the foot onto the calf. So not up onto the thigh, but the right sole of the foot somewhere lower down. Yep, yep. Maybe just below the knee joint. Fallen triangle. And this might feel really nice, but rather than keeping that kind of really laid back fallen triangle, fallen tree, start to press that sole of the foot into the calf. Really push the sole of the foot into the calf. Feel the glutes switch on. Notice that the core has come in. Lovely. Keep pressing in. Nice. Davina, just drop the ribs down. So as if you can, yeah, so keep the knee where it is, but just draw the rib cage a little bit further down. So really switching on. Brilliant. Last couple of breaths. Really keep pressing it, keep active. And as soon as you exhale, just let it go, soften everything. Should feel really different, like a completely different posture. We're going to stay here for a few moments. And if you want to, take the thumbs to the face. And you can just start to do a really soft little massage around the temples, around the eye sockets. You can use your thumbs or whatever fingers are most happy. We're just starting to ease anything that we might have created. Yep, you might find those little tight spots that feel a little bit sore. You can get into those a little bit. Depending on how you've placed the head, you might even get to those little lumps that we've been working on at the back of the skull. So, you know, when we've been lying on our block, you might want to just rub those little points. Last couple of breaths. And then we'll have a chance to do it again on the other side. So you still got time. It's looking so lovely. Pop your hands down. Take the knees straight up to the ceiling and then take it long. That's it. Yep. And then foot comes onto the floor, Letty, that's it. And then other side. So left knee bends, take your time. Left sole of the foot, just find the place it feels comfortable first. So it's probably a little bit higher up. It's probably just below the knee joint. Yep. And then when you feel comfortable, start to activate through the toes, start to press the heel in. Lovely, Chris, really nice. Feel the glutes switched on. If you want to, just feel the core and notice that it's really switched on. And for some of you, the rib cage has just popped up again. Davina, it looks good for you. But just draw it back down. So there's a sense that the front of the ribs are trying to come to the floor. Brilliant. Keep pressing. Keep the foot active. I know it's a lot of concentration. Whenever you next exhale, nice heavy exhale, let everything go. Muscles relax. Lovely. Completely different posture. Take the thumbs or the index fingers and have a little root around the face. Sometimes around the scalp, and the hairline feels super lovely as well, especially if you spend a lot of time with your hair in a hairband. That can be a place where you store a bit of tension. Yeah. Another couple of breaths. And then hands come down by your side, knee comes back up to the ceiling, and then slide the legs nice and long. So foot comes to the floor, that's it. Yeah. Bend the knees, pop the soles of the feet onto the floor. Yep. And just have a little bit of a wriggle around the feet and the toes, give them a little bit of a wake up. Excellent. And then grab your block. We're once again going to come to do inner thigh. So pop the block on the inner thigh. Okay, yeah. Brilliant. We're going to be up here for a while. So glutes are already nice and active, should feel fairly easy. You choose where you want the hands. We're going to stay up for about 90 seconds. And then we're just going to check in. So take your time, be even with the feet. And then inhale. And exhale as you lift the core, lift the hips, nice, and just squeeze the block. So every time the mind wanders, just think, squeeze the block. Every time it goes elsewhere, it travels, squeeze the block. Keep squeezing. So the parts of the thigh that are closest to the knee squeezes. The parts of the thigh that are closest to the hip squeezes, and everything in between. We've got about another 50 seconds. If you want to adjust the block, go for it, because we're here for a bit longer. Otherwise, keep squeezing. Really lovely. Keep the focus on the block, on that squeeze, where you're feeling the contraction, where you're feeling the lift, what the temperature of your legs are feeling like, what the sensation is like. Really stay with the squeeze and stay with the legs. Brilliant. And then before you let go, don't change anything, just notice the hips. So if there was to be a spirit level going across the hips, where would the bubble be? So which side of the hips is closer to the ground? Is there a very, very slight twist to it, a very, very slight turn? If that feels quite even, or maybe you just can't really feel a difference, see which foot feels like it's closer to the ground. Which foot feels heavier? Don't change anything. Which foot feels heavier? And then which foot feels lighter? Which foot feels like there's more space underneath it? So your heavier foot is going to be the one that's more weight going through. That's going to be the one that the hip is slightly up of. The lighter foot is going to be the one that the hip is slightly down of. And then exhale all the way down, drop. Wow, 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 you did amazing. And I know I talked through the other 30 seconds, so you basically did a 2-minute bridge, which is strong. Hips come down. I'm glad you're laughing, not crying. Have a little bit of a rock. Undo wherever you need to undo. So if it's the inner thighs, really feel it. Come into Baddha Konasana. Let the inner thighs, the fascia of the thighs release. Yep. If it's back, come into Apanasana. If it's glutes as well, Apanasana is nice. Knees to chest. Yeah, we're going to take another 2 or 3 breaths here because we are going to carry on, but similar. Last breath. And then when you're ready, pop your feet down, hip width apart. Yeah, nice. And then walk your feet to the best of your ability. Walk your feet a little bit closer to the bottom of your mat. Yep, yep, yep. And once they're, but not really, really far, but just a little bit. Yep. And then so that both feet are even. So don't look, but just really feel a little bit. Both feet are even. So one foot is not closer to the mat than the other. Both are even. If you want a little wriggle, if you want to take the hips up for a minute and just see if you can feel, has one crept forward? Yeah. And then readjust if you want. And if you feel happy, then you can set there. Brilliant. So in this position, when we come up again into bridge, it will feel a little bit more hamstringy. If you can't feel hamstrings when we come into bridge, just set the hips down and then walk the feet a little bit closer to the bottom of your mat even more so you can feel the hamstring switch on. When you're ready, inhale to prepare. Exhale, hamstringy bridge. Hips lift up. Nice. We're not going to hold it for super, super long. Yep, and squeeze the inner thighs, Letty, as well. Yep. Yeah, brilliant. Stay there. Nice. So good. Hamstrings are really, really strong. You don't have to put the block there if you don't want to, just as long as the hamstrings are switched on. Yeah. So block is optional, but really we're seeking the hamstrings. And we've been here for a few breaths now. So again, do you want to change the position of your feet or do they feel exactly even? I can see some of your feet and I cannot see others, but that's fine. A couple of last breaths. And then exhale, come all the way down. Yep. Pop your hands by your side so that you can use them to push off. Don't change the feet. Don't change the feet. Keep them there. And then using the hands, push yourself up into a seated position, but keep the feet where they are. Yep. Keep the feet where they are. Don't move them. Take a look. Yeah. So I love some of your faces. Like, what am I going to see? You're going to see feet, guys. So just, yeah, you're right. So some of you looked pretty even. Some, though, I mean, it wasn't massive, but there was a definite difference. So sometimes that's not always strength. Sometimes that's flexibility of the ankle as well. So that's not always a dominance thing, but just notice which side was further forward and which side was further back. And then when you're ready, roll all the way down. You can let the feet go. We're just going to come and release the hamstring just briefly. Left knee is staying bent and come and take the right leg into a single leg hamstring stretch. Yeah, just nice and easy. That hamstring, the whole back of the body has done loads of stuff, so just let it rest. Nice and easy. Yeah. So no forcing it. You can take your hands to the thigh if you prefer. You can let it hover. Up to you. It should be nice and restful. Yeah. And Chris, keep the hips down. So really keep the hips down. Nice. And then change over at your own speed. Leg comes down. Left leg straightens. And again, just wherever you feel hamstring stretch. So I know sometimes I say keep the legs straight, but if you want to bend it and you can still feel a decent hamstring stretch, go for it. It just should be a nice unwinding sensation. And then very gently bend that knee, take the foot to the floor, send the legs long. Yeah, we're going to take some roll-ups. We're just going to take 3 just to get used to them again. We haven't done them for a few weeks. And then we're going to add Kapalabhati breath in stages. And then we're going to see if we can change the dominant side in our roll-ups by rolling onto one side. But for now, we're forgetting that. We're coming into roll-ups nice and easy. Feet stay on the floor, and although they'll travel forward and back, feet are not going to lift. So feet stay on the floor. They'll move forward and back, but they won't lift. Inhale as you take the arms all the way up, lift the shoulder blades off of the ground. Exhale as you drop the shoulder blades like little weights. Inhale, curl the head up. Exhale, curl the shoulders, middle back, lower back, sit all the way up. Nice, round here, hollow. Inhale as we start to reverse, nice and easy. When you need it, exhale, lowers you all the way down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the shoulders. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lift the body nice, long, exhale. Inhale as we start to reverse. When things get really tough and we're no longer kind of smooth, use the exhale to connect through your core and lower slowly, softly down. Last one here. Inhale as we lift and spread the fingers to the ceiling, reach. Exhale, shoulder blades heavy. Inhale as we curl the head. And exhale as we sit up nice and slow. Lovely, full, deep exhale. Brilliant. Inhale as we start to come back. When it gets seriously heavy, change the breath. Exhale. And lower down. Have a little bit of a wriggle. Yeah, I know all of your roll-ups looked amazing. We're super, super great at them. We're going to change it now. We're going to come up in little tiny stages. We're going to move on the exhale and do nothing on the inhale, but we're going to use Kapalabhati. If it's too confusing or you're just finding it just a little bit too hard, don't worry. Just exhale and inhale. It's the pausing and the length of time that's important. But if you can, we're going to take that. And each time we take that little pump of exhale out, we're going to move up a little bit more. Does that make sense? So we're going to be in the roll up for quite a lot longer. And then when we come up to a full roll up, we're just going to take a deep out exhale, a deep inhale, and then lower all the way back down. So breath is completely changed now. Arms come above to the ceiling. Inhale, just like Kapalabhati to prepare. And then those pumps. As we move, pump. And then softly release. Feel all right? Yeah. Inhale, let it go. And then long, deep exhale all the way down. So we're kind of Kapalabhati as we move up. And big exhale as we come down. So same again, arms come over the head or straight towards the ceiling. Moving on the pumps. When you're ready, inhale to prepare, nice and deep. Brilliant. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, roll down, nice and easy. Oh, last Kapalabhati. If they've been feeling really easy, take the hands behind you and keep them there. Don't change the hand. Yeah, if it's been feeling really easy, hands behind you in line with the ears. Inhale to prepare. Inhale. And then exhale, hands by, I say hands, I mean arms by the ears, lower all the way down. Lovely. Take a little bit of a rest. Again, Kapalabhati kind of moves everything, so take a little bit of a longer rest. But now we're gonna move on to the side in a moment. I don't want to rush you, in a moment. So feet are gonna stay down on the floor. You can rest, Melanie, if you want, unless you're getting in. What my word, yeah. So feet are going to stay on the floor, but they're going to turn. So allow the the toes to flop to the left a little bit. So you rock a little bit onto the left side of the hip, so the right side of the hip is off of the ground. Brilliant. And then take the arms above the head. Lovely. One breath, one movement. Exhale. Lift up into a roll up, but slightly to the left. So you're coming to the left ankle. That's it. That's it. Right butt stays off of the ground. And then lower. We're going to take 3 more here. Exhale. Coming up towards the left-hand side. So right butt is, yeah. This should feel tough. We want to find out which side of the obliques, which side of the hip flexors have got a little bit more. Let's take another couple because this is really nice. Really lovely, Chris. Stay with it. Looking great. Last 2. If these are really easy, again, really peel a little bit more of that right hip off of the ground. And then nice and gentle, undo it. Take it to the other side. So toes now come to the right. Weight comes off of the left hip. Just make sure that you can pop a feather or a bit of paper underneath that left butt. And then same again. Exhale to lift, going towards the right foot. Inhale as we come back. Exhale to lift. Nice. So if you want to, pop the arms above the head, keep the arms by the ears, and same again. We've got 2 more on this side. That's it. Really nice. 2 more. Ooh. And then come and rest. Come and rest. Take the feet, bend the knees, feet are wide, take little windscreen wipers, gentle windscreen wipers left and right. Yeah, really lovely. So maybe you found one side, left or right side, way easier, and one side you kind of had to use a bit more of your hands, a bit more of your arms to get you up, whereas the other side felt more connected, it felt more of torso. Last couple of breaths here. And then transition when you feel ready to a nice hands and knees. Just take a couple of cat-cows, just warming up through the fingers. And I would imagine that cow is going to feel amazing after we've done so much ab work. It's not really ab work, it's actually core work. If you want a little bit more in your cow, when you come into that back bend, tuck the toes. Yep. And then push the toes so you get really nice traction. You can come into down dog if you want, but yep. But more of a kind of just a lengthening for the belly. And then whenever you want to transition, down dog is there for you, nice and even. Yep. And I know we've been thinking a lot about sidedness. But when you come into stillness in your down dog, just have a look at the hands and notice if the fingers are doing something completely different. If one side is kind of spread and one side is a little bit more together, tends to be the one that's together tends to be your less dominant side. The one that's spread tends to be your dominant side. It's taking up a little bit more weight. The other one's kind of less. And then have a look at the wrinkles of your wrists. We need another word for wrinkles. And again, the one that's got kind of deeper wrinkles or more tends to be the one that you're popping more weight through. Yeah. And don't forget, when you're kind of looking at them, that might also change the dynamic. So yeah. And then take your time, forget it. Come all the way in to a forward fold, step through. Yeah, sweet. When you're ready, inhale. flat back. Perfect. Exhale, bend the knees, chair, stay here, stay here. We're going to see if we can slide the butt a little bit lower by falling our knees forward and back. So when you're ready on an inhale, slide the knees closer to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, rock back, sit lower. Inhale, knees come forward. Exhale, rock back, sit lower. Inhale, knees forward. Exhale, back, lower. Inhale, rock. Exhale, back. Brilliant. Stay in that exhale, stay back. Take a look at the knees. Which one's further forward? Yep. Tends to be your less dominant one will be further back. Your dominant one will be further back. That's the one. We're talking about your hamstring. Yeah. Inhale as you lift and rise. And exhale. Oh, thumbs to the heart. That was tough. Inhale, little back bend. Your choice, however you want it. Exhale as we shoot it all away. Oh, let it go. Inhale, flat, strong back. Should feel nice and easy. Exhale as we come into chair. Option to lift the arms just like we did in those roll-ups. I'm not going to take it because those are strong enough for me already, but up to you. Inhale as we rock the knees forward. Exhale as we rock them back, drop down. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back, last one. And then once again, check in. The same leg will be in front, just as it was before. Nothing would have changed, that's fine. Inhale as you raise and rise. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Inhale, little back bend, butt in or butt out, your choice. Exhale, descend. Last one here. Inhale, flat, strong back. Exhale, bend the knees. Last little one. Inhale to rock. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale down and back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale down and back. Take a look at the feet. The same knee will be forward. And then undo it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Inhale, little back bend. And exhale, tumble forward. Forward fold, lovely. Inhale in our forward fold. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Just for a minute, untuck. Inhale, just because this is such a lovely stretch. Reach the fingers up, spread them wide. Press the foot, the ankle, the knee down. And then tuck the toe. Squeeze the wrists and the fists and lift up. Back knee lifts. Exhale as we lower. 2 more. Inhale as we lift. Exhale with control as we lower. Last one. Inhale. If you can help it, don't lower the knee all the way down. Just hover it. Keep it hovering as you bring the hands forward. Lovely. And then exhale. Down. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale. I meant to say step through, but we're not going to go there. Actually, we're going to do the other side now. Inhale as the left leg comes up. Exhale, left leg through, right knee down, so we're on the opposite side. Untuck that toe. Press down, lift, and spread the fingers. Yep. Lovely. Stay there, just checking. Yeah, they're looking really lovely, really nice. Tuck the toe, make little fists. Inhale as you lift the knee up. Exhale slowly. Don't drop the knee all the way down if you can help it. Be careful with your toes if it doesn't feel super great, Davina. Last one here. Hover the knee off of the ground. Bring the hands forward. And exhale, forward fold. Lovely. Just rinsing it out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Utkatasana, options for the hands up. We're just going to stay here. We're not going to transition. Inhale as you come all the way up. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Inhale, little back bend. And exhale, shake it all off. Get rid, yep. Other side. Inhale in our forward fold. Exhale, left leg back, left knee. Inhale as we sweep up, press, knee, ankle, shin, reach, thumbs. Make fist, tuck. Exhale to lift. A little bit more smoothly, yeah. Changing the inhale. Exhale this time to lift. Inhale to lower. Last one, exhale. Inhale to lower, hover, stay here. Draw the hands down as you inhale. And exhale, down dog. Almost there with these, almost there. Have a little twist. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg through. Have we done this 4 times now? Or are we on the other leg? We're all right. Have we done it 3 times on this leg? Yeah, that's what I thought. No, we're good. I feel like I've missed a 3-legged. All right, so we should have done 2 on one side and 1 on one side. So this one's going to be the second on the other side. So, okay. Good. Inhale when you take the arms up, yeah. Untuck the toe, press down, lift. Lovely. It's because it's almost a new moan. Tuck the back toe. On an exhale this time, lift the knee. Hands come down. Inhale, lower, hands come up. Exhale, nice. Inhale, last one. Inhale to lower, brilliant. Just hovering, really nice, inner thigh switched on. Take the hands down. Exhale, forward fold. Staying here, moving on. Inhale in our forward fold. Exhaling in our forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. Yep. Drop the knees as you exhale. Just drop the knees really quietly. Lovely. Exhale, we're going to bend the elbows. Inhale to push. Back up to knees down plank. Exhale as we bend the elbows. Inhale, back to a knees down plank. Last time, exhale. Inhale, this time all the way down. Exhale. Perfect. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to lower. Last one here. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to lower. Pop the hands wide. We're going to do the same again, but this time chest as opposed to triceps. So hands are maybe even off of the mat. We're going to come into a knees down plank and then lower back down into this position. Exhale as you push back up, knees down plank. Yet smooth and slow. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lower. Inhale to pause. Exhale, straighten the arms. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lower, last one. Inhale to pause. Exhale to push. Inhale back to hands and knees. And exhale, take the weight of the hands back into child's. Option to have child's just with the arms straight. If you want to take a side bend, please feel free. Entirely your choice. Taking two, yeah, if you're in that side stretch, you can think about taking it to the other side. So we've got about another 4 breaths. When you feel ready, you can undo it, come all the way back. Ardha Mukhasana, down dog. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Right leg slides up. Exhale, right leg comes through. Back knee up, back heel lowers. On an inhale, slide all the way. Warrior 2. Brilliant. Settle the legs, make sure they feel all right. Spread the toes. And then ground through the toes. Put a little bit of weight through the back leg. Rebend that front knee. Yeah. Yeah, bend that front knee a little bit more. Let it get a little bit lower. You've got it. You can take the legs a little bit longer away from each other, a little bit further away. Yeah. Nice. And then we're going to come into a restful side angle. So inhale as you reach forward. Exhale, bottom hand comes to rest on the thigh. Top arm is going to come behind you. And it can rest somewhere that you want. Yep, wherever you want. It can come onto the thigh. Or it can grab hold. Yeah, lovely. And that's just going to help open the shoulders. So if you want to take a look towards the ceiling or towards the shoulder, it's going to open up and help. Yeah, nice and restful. Notice how heavy that bottom arm feels. There's probably quite a lot of weight going through it, although if you're Davina, not. Looking nice. And then very gently, hand always behind you, allow it to come all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale as we push the ground away. Back to warrior 2. Inhale as we bring the hands back up into crescent lunge. We're going to revisit galloping horse in loads of different ways, which is super lovely. Bend the front knee and make sure it's not going to change. Every time we rebend, make sure it comes to that angle. Don't let the knee come behind. Make sure it's stacked on top. As we exhale, draw the hands into prayer. Inhale, crown of the head up. Exhale, tip the weight forward. Lovely, strong, arrow-shaped diagonal line. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale to rebend. Inhale to straighten. Lovely. Exhale to rebend. One more, just like it. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, rebend. Shoot the arms behind you, palms face in if it feels comfortable with your shoulders. Same again, inhale to straighten. Squeeze the shoulders, exhale to bend. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale to bend, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shoot the arms between the ears. Lovely. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look down. Exhale, pop the hands down. Walk the hands and use the long edge of your mat. Wide leg, forward fold. If you want to grab the big toes, it feels nice. If you want to rinse out the shoulders, you can take the arms and the hands behind you. That was not a nice look for me in the mirror. Yeah, feel free. Yep. Just breathe. And if you have your hands behind you, very gently transition onto the floor, re-ground. Notice how the body's feeling now. Very gently walk the hands, turn the toes. front of the mat. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, a little glance forward. Exhale, a hop, a step. Lovely. Inhale, enough forward fold, coming to the other side. Exhale, drop the head, release the jaw. Inhale, step back, plank. Exhale, drop onto the knees. Make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders, so readjust if you need. Make sure the hips are forward, keeping a lovely plank position. As we exhale, bend the elbows, find the ground. Inhale to push back up. Exhale to bend. Inhale to push. Last one, exhale to bend. Inhale to push. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take the hands behind you this time for locust. Inhale as we rise, locust. Exhale as we lower. Inhale as we rise, locust. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise, locust, stay here. See if you can feel the bones of your hips. You might feel the bone of your pubic bone, which is fine. Notice if you've rocked deeper to one side. So you can feel more prominence on one side and a little bit less on the other. If that's the case, see if you can rock a little bit more weight onto the other side, even if it's tiny. And then exhale, lower. Bend the knees, shake the hips out. And then very carefully popping the hands wide, wider than the mat. Yep. Elbows are going to stay out to the sides. We're going to pause on the inhale and move on the exhale. Exhale as we press. Inhale to pause. Exhale to lower. Inhale to pause. Exhale, one smooth straight line, lovely. Eke it out. Inhale. Exhale, use the whole of the exhale, Davina, the whole of it. Yes, lovely, last one. Exhale, push. Really nice, Chris, lovely. And then exhale to lower. Take the hands underneath the shoulders again. Exhale, down dog. Nice and smooth, down dog. Perfect. Inhale as you slide the left leg all the way up. And exhale, left leg all the way through. Back heel down. Inhale as you rise up to warrior two on the other side. Brilliant. Again, choose the leg length. We're going to be in side angle for a while, so make sure whatever is feeling nice. Yeah. And then deeper, a little bit of a deeper bend in that front knee. Yep. Brilliant. And when you're ready, on an inhale, slide the weight forward. Exhale as you soften that bottom arm into the thigh. Take the top arm round. It helps if you leave the palm facing outwards, so facing away from you. You'll get a deeper rotation of the shoulder, and you should find the hand travels a little bit further around the body. Now just hanging out in our side angle. If you want to be light on that bottom arm, it's going to be less of a hang, more of an oblique weight. So entirely your choice. Otherwise, think about spinning that top shoulder towards the ceiling and opening up. Keeping that front knee bent. I'll just let mine go. Yeah, front knee bent. Lovely. A couple more breaths, side angle. Nice. And then exhale very gently. Transition Warrior two briefly. Crescent lunge, come and face you. Crescent lunge, left leg forward. Brilliant. Bring the palms into the heart center. Rebend that front knee, don't let it straighten. Keep it bent. Move everything into the midline and then tip forward. Find that diagonal line. Inhale as you straighten the leg. Exhale as you bend. Inhale as you re-straighten, really nice. Exhale to bend. Inhale, pop the hands behind you, palms face. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale as it straightens. Exhale, it comes back to that square. Yeah, inhale that right angle. Exhale, last one here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pop the arms up by your ears. Squeeze everything in. Inhale, just the legs are moving, not the torso. Exhale. That's it. You got it, Letty. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to look down. Exhale, pop the hands down. Turn the body, walk towards the long edge of your mat. Almost there, almost there. Allow one knee to bend, just stretch it out. Take the hands to that bent knee. Bend the other knee, take the hands to the other side. Yeah, just eke it out. Hop. Almost there, so almost there. And then we're coming to everyone's favorite, goddess, with a little bit of a change. So take the knees if they're not already. Make sure they're in line with the feet. Take the heels in and just turn the toes out. Come all the way up. Bend the knees, come into goddess. Lovely, just like we did in galloping horse. We're going to inhale as we straighten, bring the arms up. Oh, when we get there, have a little reach from side to side. So one arm bends, one arm straightens. And then exhale, bend the knees, hands in prayer. Inhale as we straighten, little side bends. Last little side bend here. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, back into goddess. Inhale, arms up. Two more just like it. Exhale, into goddess. Inhale, arms up. Last one. Get a little bit deeper. Exhale. Spread the toes. Pop the left heel up. Pop the right heel up. Inhale, straighten the legs. On the tiptoes, you got it. Exhale, rebend. Just two more. Inhale on the tiptoes. If it feels rubbish on the feet, drop the heels. No point to upset the body. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. See if there's a little bit more depth. Squeeze the inner thighs. And then land the heels one by one. Straighten the legs. And exhale, forward fold. Ah. Let the head dangle. Nice. Lovely. And then just briefly, we're going to come to lay on our belly. I'm going to take that very beautiful calf stretch. If this feels like it's got into the front of the quads and it feels nice and lengthened, then you don't need to do anything further. You're just going to bend the right knee, take hold of what's ever available. Make sure that the knees are quite close together. And if you want a little bit more, imagine that there's someone that you like, hopefully, behind you, pressing the back of your hips down into the ground. So you squeeze the glutes a little bit, push the pubic bone forward, and that's going to increase the stretch. Just let the breath settle. We've done almost an hour of really strong work. Full body, sides of the waist, front of the belly, lower back, the glutes, the quads, even the calves. And then gently undo it. And then other side. So if when you release that right side, it feels like it's nice and lengthened, and that's good enough, that's perfect. Otherwise, if you want to come and take King Arthur, which is where you're facing away from the wall on your knees, with one foot bent, one knee bent, one foot on the floor, and the other shin and knee to the wall, go for it. But if this feels like it's doing it, then no need to kind of change around. Same again, press the hips down, squeeze, and then release. Have a little shake out. Lovely. We're going to take 3 twists now. Our first twist is that one that we did a few weeks ago. Twist for the spine, but also for the pecs. So we've been working a little bit on the pecs, all right? I know this one's a little bit more complicated, but stay with it, it's worth it. First thing is left hand, right hand in cactus. So elbows are bent, you're in like a sphinx pose almost. But that left elbow is further forward to the front of your mat. So the left elbow is closer to the front than the left shoulder. So it's kind of like that. Perfect. Once you've got that, right hand, spidey fingers down. That's going to give you lift and traction. From here, that lift and traction, lift the head, lift the chest off of the floor, and you're going to turn towards the spidey fingers. Ooh, are you? Yeah. I feel wrong. Yeah. So you're turning towards the spidey fingers, and you're coming to the side of your waist and dropping down. This feels really wrong, and I don't quite know why I've done something. I don't. Okay. My fault. That spidey finger is your traction, so you turn towards the other hand. So you lift up and turn. I don't know why this is not working for me today. Can anyone remember why it's not working? It's not working for me. It's just not working. It's because I haven't done it for a while, but I love this stretch. Let's reset. Come back into Sphinx. Let's start again. Lovely. So we've got Sphinx hands. Left elbow definitely further forward, 100%. Right hand, spidey fingers, a little bit closer to the body. I think that's where it is. And we are turning towards the spidey fingers. We're lifting onto the left side of the waist, and we're lowering the head down. Oh, it's because that arm comes really wide. So that left hand and arm is wide of you. That's going to give you space to turn. I don't know why I made that so complicated. So that left elbow is bent and it's wide of you. Chris, that's probably why. Take the arm wide of you and then forward of you. Even a little bit wider. If it feels rubbish in your shoulder, don't worry, you can try it on the other side. Yep. Davina, that looks really comfortable, but you're probably not feeling a stretch for your chest. In fact, I know you're not. So the trick is this bent elbow, it comes very, very wide to the side and forward. That means you're able to, literally it's like a little twist. And then this top leg comes behind you. That looks more like it. So you should be feeling, yep, chest and spine. Brilliant. And then very gently undo it We've got 2 more different twists. Hopefully I'll remember them. And then take the arms wide. Yep. Right hand, right arm in front of the right shoulder. So right elbow in front of the right shoulder. Spidey hands the left. Perfect. Lift the chest up if you can off of the ground. Turn the chest towards that spidey hand. And then lower the head down, ear down, the ear down. Take that top leg and roll it over the bottom leg. The more you take the chest through, the deeper that chest stretch. So the more you take, let's think about this, the more you take your nipples away from the bent right arm, the deeper that chest stretch. If you want to grab hold of that top leg, that bent top leg, go for it. That's it. You can bend the bottom leg as well, Letty, if you want. Up to you. Yep. It's going to give you a little bit more traction. And then very gently undo it. Undo it, it's fine. Undo it. Push yourself up. And then we're going to come into our nice and easy twist on our back. A lot easier. But it's a lovely stretch there. Hopefully on the second side as well, you should hopefully have felt that lovely long, and it's a difficult place to get into. So even though I was entirely rubbish, hopefully we got this. We did something. So 2 more twists, because we just haven't done any twists in the class. So I thought that I would pop them all at the bottom, at the end of our time together. Arms come out into a T shape. Let's take our nice and easy twist. Knees and hips together. Ankles together as well. And exhale as you come over to the left-hand side. Yep, nice and easy, and just settle the body in. You choose where you want the arms to be, but just make sure there's nothing floating. If you can help it, make sure the body is grounded. There's nothing kind of lifting off. And then just check in. And then gently squeeze the knees together, come into center. And just notice what center feels like, what neutral, what balanced feels like for the spine. And then keeping the ankles and knees glued together. Exhale over to the other side, nice and easy, letting the body gently, gently float down. And then very softly make your way back up to the center. Brilliant. Keep the hands where they are. We're going to just very, very slightly increase the twist. Take the legs along, both feet on the floor, both heels on the floor. We're going to twist towards the left-hand side. So bend the right knee, take the right foot off of the ground, and then exhale, twist towards the left. So same motion, but a little bit deeper. Yep. I'd grab those grey blocks if I were you, let him pop them underneath your knee. Yeah, just so it's not floating. You can absolutely keep the foot onto the thigh or onto the knee. Or it might come down onto the floor. Just make sure that it feels all right on your shoulder. What often happens in a twist is if we ask our spine to do something that it's not entirely happy to do, then our shoulder will just very gently lift up. And that just means that the twist is just a tad bit deep. And deep isn't better, it's just that in yoga we think it is, but it's not. And softly and slowly, on an exhale, connect with the core, bring that leg, bring the hips back down to the earth. Yep, re-strain that out, clean. And then right leg stays as it is. If you need to pop a block to the other side, go for it. Left knee bends. Yeah. On an exhale, take a twist. And again, your choice is to keep the foot onto the leg. Or you might just take the knee a little bit closer to the ground. But only if the shoulder doesn't pop up. If the shoulder pops up, that's a really lovely, beautiful reminder that this particular movement of the body is something a little bit not right for you today. Exhale as you bring it all the way back in, and again just find neutral, balanced. And just have a little bit of a recap on everything you found out about your body. And it might be things that were fleeting. It might be things that you weren't entirely sure of. But maybe you noticed that there was somewhere an imbalance. Maybe that means we can work a little bit stronger on the other side so that the body works in harmony. We're going to come to take our pranayama in a moment. We're going to add on the front of the body to the sides of the body. If you want to take a different asana, a different position, then take 10 breaths and just use them however you need. It might be something more mobile, maybe more of a wriggle. It might be something static. Either way, 8 more breaths, entirely your own. Last 2 breaths. And then choose how you want to spend the next 3 or 4 minutes. If you want to lay down, it's a little bit softer for pranayama. You'll get a little bit deeper breath or might feel a little bit nicer. So for the last 8 weeks, we've been really thinking about opening the sides of the ribs, opening the sides of the waist, opening underneath the armpits. So getting this kind of deep, flat breath. So we're going to add on here and even stay with the sides of the breath, but take it into the front of the body too. So finding the front 3 parts of the body as well as the 3 parts of the side body. So if you want, you can just take your hands to just and below your collarbone. So this is your upper chest. Yep. So that's the front. And then once again, if you take your hands just below your armpits, that's the side. Yep. And you probably might not want to touch this particular area, but kind of just below your bra strap. That's the front of your body. And then come to the sides. And then touch the front of your belly, where your belly button is and all around it. And then the sides there. So there's 6 parts we're going to be really trying to move and explore. At any point you can use your hands. If there's a part that feels a little bit difficult to get into, then absolutely I really encourage you to use your hands. And this isn't a perfect process. So please don't worry that you think you've got your hands in the wrong place. Just focus on breathing through the front and then the sides. It really doesn't matter elsewhere. Just that focus is good enough. When you're ready, inhale into the upper chest and the upper sides. And exhale, let it go. Inhale to the middle chest and the sides of the ribs. And exhale, let it go. Inhale to the belly, belly button, and the sides of the waist. Exhale, let it go. Once more, just like that. Inhale, upper. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, front of the ribs, sides of the ribs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, belly button, sides of the waist. Exhale, let it go. Now see if we can link in those 3 places and those 6 spaces. So inhale, front and sides. Keep inhaling, front and sides of ribs. Inhaling, belly button, sides of waist. Exhaling, all the way out. Inhaling, front and sides. Exhale all the way out. Inhaling. Exhaling. And take 3 more rounds, your own time, and just finding those 6 spaces. And when you've done those 3, just let them rest. Very softly and really quietly roll the body over. And as usual, just notice how you feel. all you've done is concentrated on the breath. All you've done is move the breath around the body. When you're ready, take a nice freeing and full inhale. Let it rise you up. Inhale as you slide the arms up to the sky. Exhale as they fall down by your side. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Palms together through the center. Namaste. Namaste.